What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Levi Lewis, quarterback out of Louisiana. The first thing I have to talk about is his size. He's 5'10 and only like 185 pounds. Like, he has to gain some weight if he's going to play quarterback in this league. That is really small. He is a senior, so he's going to have to come out this year. But man, that size is going to be a problem. The 5'10 thing, that is starting to get to the point where it is pretty short. It's around Kyler Murray, but 184 is the part I'm really concerned about. Taking hits in the NFL is going to be a problem at that weight. But he is left-handed. I will say that. Doesn't really matter, but it is something to note. The ball comes out a little bit differently when you're left-handed. I will say, as far as his actual traits go, he's actually not a bad player. He definitely got the arm strength. He can throw at velocity. He can throw it deep pretty effectively. I wouldn't say it's like super elite, but it's pretty solid. He's definitely made NFL throws into tight windows. He does it pretty often, actually. He can really extend plays. He's actually pretty athletic in general. He can definitely hurt you with his legs. But he's really good at extending plays, throwing the ball on the move. He's got a really good pump fake that he likes to use. And he can legitimately make you miss as well when he's running. And one thing I noticed, too, is he actually does throw the ball away a little bit. He could be a little more consistent with it when he gets too much pressure, because he does have a tendency to hold the ball. But I've seen him throw the ball away, so he understands that. One thing I will say, as far as his mechanics go, they're not bad, but I would like to see him keep his feet moving a little bit more. There are times where he's just standing still, and not even when he's about to throw, like he's just staring downfield, just keeping his feet still and staring down receivers. That's going to get picked. I need you to not do that. Let's see. As far as his accuracy goes, it's pretty inconsistent. He shows flashes of really good pinpoint accuracy. Like, legitimately, into tight windows. Like, he looks really accurate sometimes. But it is inconsistent. And a lot of times, when he is missing, you can see that it is a mechanical issue. I think if you work on his mechanics, you might be able to fix some of those problems. But the accuracy is a little bit of a concern. I will say that. And obviously, because he's 5'10", seeing the field can be a little bit of a problem. You just have to drop back a little further. But I don't think it's that bad, honestly. It's the weight that really concerns me there. But honestly, I think this guy could be a decent player. I think he has the raw tools. He will be probably asked to move to receiver or corner or something. He's not really big enough for running back necessarily. But I think he will probably be asked to switch positions. I don't think he has to. I think he should probably stay at quarterback. I think he's got all the tools. He shows the flashes of accuracy. Good arm strength, good mobility. Decision-making could use work, but he's a rookie, or is about to be. I think he could be a pretty decent late-round backup quarterback who could develop into being more eventually, especially if he were to get there. I think three teams that may be interested in him, or should at least take a look at him, are teams like Arizona, the Dolphins, and the Baltimore Ravens. Because I feel like he is similar to their quarterbacks in one way or another. With Kyler, I think Arizona would be the best bet, because there isn't much of a drop-off going from Kyler to Levi Lewis. Kyler Murray is clearly a better player, but I feel like you can run similar offenses with Levi Lewis and be okay. And I kind of like that in a quarterback, in your backup, if you can run similar offenses. Baltimore, obviously, too, because they like really mobile quarterbacks. And Miami, just because he's left-handed. And Tua has some mobility, too. And just not having to deal with the ball rotating the opposite direction. Sometimes if your starter is a left-handed quarterback, it can be beneficial to have a backup left-handed quarterback, too. So, yeah, that's a thing. I think he could develop into being a decent quarterback, at least a backup in this league. But again, he really does need to get his weight up, and I think he needs to improve the decision making and some of his throwing mechanics. But beyond that, I think he could be a really talented player. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it. Oh, one thing I will say, too, he did play in the Sun Belt, so competition is pretty limited. We'll say that. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.